I'm like, don't just go over there eating anything crazy, okay? Just stick to what you know. You know, he's a big guy. He likes to eat, so you got to make sure he's okay.
So, Remy, you're breaking glass ceilings in this battle rap. What's going on?
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, I had this idea that I was going to start a battle rap league. And one of my main reasons behind it, because I started noticing the disparities between the females and the men. Like, the pay gap was so huge.
Like, I think a lot of times people think because you talk about it, like, oh, you're glorifying it or something that you're proud of. Like, that's the whack that I ever went through in my entire life. I'm a person, I don't like to ask people for stuff.
Right.
And when you're in prison, you have to constantly ask people. Even if you have money, you have to ask somebody to do it.
Right.
You have to depend on people. And that was probably, besides, you know, missing my family and stuff like that, that was the most annoying thing to me happened. I heard some of her records that hasn't come out yet. And I'm so excited.
Yes.
Like, she's like a rapper. Like, and I think that's why we click. Like, she reminds me of like how I used to be. She's super hands-on. I'm like, well, what do you do? Well, I'm thinking this week, I got my schedule together, and I'm going to call up this DJ. Then we're going to go over here. Then I'm going to shoot this video. And I'll be like, who's this? She'll be like, me. Like, she's like me. Very, I'm doing it. And I like that because I know that's how you get what you want. And it's something that you have to learn over time, like, because you just couldn't say, like, I'm from New York where you say pause and no homo to everything. Everything. Like, to everything, even as a girl. I'm a girl. Or like you'll say something
but
like,
then when I say it, y'all look at me crazy.
You be like, hey, yo, like, yeah, because you be a little bit
like,
but that's
forward.
how we grew up.
Listen up, guys, because this situation between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields is getting messier by the minute. Fresh sources reveal that while Remy's out here trying to clown Claressa as a rebound, she's actually exposing herself in ways nobody expected. Think about the irony. While Remy's busy calling Claressa Papoose's rebound, she's the one who got caught up with Easy the Block Captain, only to end up looking foolish. The way karma's working overtime in this situation? It's almost poetic. The really fascinating part, while Remy's throwing shade about Claressa being a rebound, Papoose and the Olympic champion are out here building something legitimate. We're talking about business ventures, sports partnerships, and the kind of power moves that make Remy's new situation look amateur. Sources close to all three parties say Remy's recent comments aren't just about jealousy. They're coming from a place of serious regret. But instead of handling it with dignity, she's choosing to take shots at someone with 2 Olympic gold medals. Breaking down Remy's recent social media rants shows exactly why she's feeling threatened. While she's trying to paint Claressa as some kind of desperate rebound, the boxing champion is actually elevating Papoose's whole situation to new levels. Industry insiders say Claressa isn't just dating Papoose. She's introducing him to a whole new world of legitimate business opportunities. We're talking about sports management deals, broadcasting contracts, and the kind of connections that make battle rap look like small change. What's really telling is how differently these women handle themselves. While Remy's out here making Instagram rants, Claressa's response: pure champion mentality. She offered to fight Remy for just $1, not for clout, but to handle business professionally. Even the battle rap community is noticing the contrast. When you've got Geechee Gotti and Sue Surf saying Remy's moving wrong, you know something's seriously off about her approach to this situation. The way Claressa's handling the situation is showing everyone exactly why she's a champion in and out of the ring. Instead of stooping to Remy's level with petty comments, she's letting her accomplishments do the talking. Sources close to Papoose say he's actually embarrassed by Remy's conduct. Here's a man watching his ex try to belittle an Olympic gold medalist while claiming she's the one who upgraded. The irony is thicker than a heavyweight's neck. Think about it. While Remy's busy making TikToks about rebounds, Claressa's out here breaking records and making history. One's focused on social media drama, the other's focused on legacy building. The difference in their priorities tells you everything you need to know. Even Chrome 23's investors are starting to distance themselves from Remy. When your business partners are more impressed with your ex's new relationship than your current situation, that's saying something. Let's talk about how the sports world is reacting to this drama, because it's showing exactly who's really winning. While Remy's trying to diminish Claressa's achievements, actual champions are stepping up to defend her. Multiple Olympic athletes have come forward supporting Claressa, pointing out how disrespectful it is for someone who's never stepped in a ring to mock a two-time gold medalist. Katie Taylor even called out Remy's comments as embarrassingly unprofessional. The boxing community's reaction is particularly interesting. These aren't just random social media followers. These are people who understand what it takes to become a champion. And they're all saying the same thing. Remy's punching way above her weight class with these comments. Meanwhile, Papoose is being praised for upgrading to someone who matches his work ethic and ambition. The way industry veterans are describing his relationship with Claressa, they're calling it a masterclass in growth after divorce. The financial implications of these relationships tell us everything we need to know about who's really leveling up. While Remy's career is taking hits from her easy situation, Claressa and Papoose are building an empire that's catching serious attention. Sources say they're not just dating, they're strategically combining their influence in sports and entertainment. We're talking about major networks showing interest in their projects, sponsorship deals that make battle rap money look like pocket change, and legitimate business opportunities. The contract numbers coming across their desk will make every industry player's eyes pop. Meanwhile, Remy's Chrome 23 platform is struggling to maintain relevance. Battle rappers are increasingly choosing sides, and they're not picking the one with the messy relationship drama. Even URL Smack had to address the situation, subtly suggesting that Remy needs to focus more on business and less on bitter ex behavior. The contrast in their professional trajectories since these relationships started, it's becoming impossible to ignore who made the better choice. The battle rap community's reaction to this whole situation is particularly fascinating. While Remy's trying to maintain her position as queen of the culture, her actions are actually diminishing her standing with every post. Veterans in the scene are saying what everyone's thinking but won't say publicly. Remy's looking desperate. When you're a battle rap platform owner taking shots at an Olympic athlete over your ex, that's not boss moves. That's bitter ex syndrome playing out in real time. Think about how this affects Chrome 23's reputation. Female battle rappers who used to look up to Remy are now seeing Claressa handle this situation with championship class. The impact on future bookings? It's already showing. Even Fat Joe, who's always been in Remy's corner, had to check her about these comments. When your day one mentor is telling you to fall back, that's when you know your conduct is affecting more than just your personal life. The way Claressa is responding to these attacks shows exactly why she's a champion. Instead of getting dragged into social media drama, she's letting her achievements speak for themselves. 2 Olympic gold medals versus. What exactly is Remy bringing to this argument? Sources close to Claressa say she actually finds the whole situation amusing. Imagine someone trying to clown you for being a rebound when you've literally made history for your country. The level of disconnect in Remy's thinking? It's almost impressive. What's really interesting is how the boxing world is rallying behind Claressa. We're not just talking about other fighters, we're talking about promoters, networks, and sponsors all seeing how she handles adversity outside the ring. The way she's turning this drama into opportunities? That's championship mentality. Even Papoose's music industry connections are impressed with how Claressa carries herself. When you've got hip-hop veterans praising your class, that's saying something. The social media strategy from both sides exposes everything you need to know about their different levels. While Remy's posting emotional rants and subliminal messages, Claressa's sharing training videos and business announcements. Industry experts say this contrast in their online presence tells the whole story. One's stuck in her feelings, making TikToks about her ex, while the other's building a legacy that'll last long after the drama dies down. The difference in their priorities? It's night and day. Think about it. While Remy's followers are dropping due to her bitter posts, Claressa's gaining respect from both the sports and entertainment worlds. She's not just winning the social media war, she's showing everyone how a real champion handles pressure. Even marketing teams are taking notice. The way brands are approaching Claressa versus how they're distancing themselves from Remy, it's becoming a case study in reputation management. Let's talk about how this situation is affecting their business ventures, because the contrast couldn't be more stark. While Chrome 23 is struggling to maintain its position in battle rap, Papoose and Claressa are building something that's catching mainstream attention. Sources say major networks are already approaching them about potential shows. We're not talking about reality TV drama. We're talking about legitimate sports and entertainment programming that could revolutionize how athletes transition into media. The development deals landing on their desk will make every TV executive's head spin. Meanwhile, Remy's platform is facing serious challenges. Battle rappers are increasingly hesitant to be associated with what they see as unprofessional conduct. When you've got top-tier talent choosing other platforms because of your personal drama, that's a serious business problem. Even the sponsors are noticing. Those companies that used to support Chrome 23 events, they're now reaching out to Claressa and Papoose about potential partnerships. The shift in industry support is becoming impossible to ignore. The impact on their respective careers tells us everything we need to know about who's really winning. While Remy's busy trying to clown Claressa, she's actually exposing her own insecurities to the whole industry. Think about the opportunities each of them is getting right now. Claressa's got major sports networks calling, Olympic committees reaching out, and legitimate business proposals coming in. Meanwhile, Remy's struggling to maintain relevance in the culture she once dominated. What's really fascinating is how Papoose's career has elevated since linking with Claressa. He's not just Remy Ma's ex anymore. He's becoming a serious player in sports entertainment. Those connections Claressa brings to the table, they're opening doors that battle rap money could never touch. Even their mutual friends are noticing the difference. When people who knew them as a couple are saying Papoose made the right choice, that's gotta sting. The way their public appearances differ shows exactly who's handling this situation better. While Remy's making headlines for emotional outbursts, Claressa and Papoose are being featured in business magazines and sports documentaries. Sources from recent events say the contrast in their professional conduct is striking. At one industry gathering, Claressa was discussing million-dollar deals with network executives while Remy was allegedly in the corner, making TikToks about being betrayed. What's really telling is how the power players are responding. Those same industry executives who used to court Remy, they're now scheduling meetings with Claressa and Papoose. When the money people start switching sides, that tells you everything about who's moving smart. Even their red carpet appearances tell different stories. While Remy's trying to prove she's unbothered, Claressa and Papoose are actually building a brand that's catching mainstream attention. The battle rap world's reaction to this situation is particularly fascinating. While Remy's trying to maintain her position as a platform owner, her personal conduct is actually undermining Chrome 23's credibility. Veterans in the culture are saying what everyone's thinking. You can't run a professional league while acting unprofessional on social media. When battle rappers are choosing other platforms because they don't want to be associated with the drama, that's a serious business problem. Think about how this affects future negotiations. While Remy's busy posting about rebounds, Claressa's out here showing what real championship mentality looks like. The impact on Chrome 23's ability to book top talent? It's already showing. Even URL Smack had to address the situation indirectly, talking about how platform owners need to maintain professional standards. When your competition is using your personal drama as a teaching moment, that's not a good look. The financial implications of this whole situation are starting to show in ways nobody expected. While Remy's focused on trying to diminish Claressa's worth, investors are actually paying attention to who's handling business more professionally. Sources close to Chrome 23's financial backers say they're getting nervous about Remy's conduct. When you're trying to run a professional league, having its owner publicly mock an Olympic champion isn't exactly good for business relationships. The investor emails that just leaked will make everyone question Chrome 23's future. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa are attracting serious attention from legitimate sports and entertainment investors. We're talking about major networks, streaming platforms, and corporate sponsors who see the potential in their combined brands. The contrast in their business trajectories is becoming impossible to ignore. While one's building an empire that bridges sports and entertainment, the other's letting personal feelings potentially destroy what she built. The way these different approaches are affecting their bank accounts? It's a masterclass in how personal conduct impacts business success. Even their mutual connections in the industry are starting to choose sides. Those same people who used to praise Remy's business acumen, they're now looking at Claressa's professional approach as the new standard. The final piece of this story shows exactly how differently these women handle pressure. While Remy's letting emotions drive her decisions, Claressa's treating this whole situation like another championship bout, strategic, professional, and focused on the long game. Think about the contrast in their responses. When Remy tries to clown Claressa as a rebound, what does the Olympic champion do? Offers to settle it in the ring, her professional arena, for just $1. That's not just confidence, that's championship mentality. The way Claressa handled this situation will be studied in PR classes for years. But here's what really exposes the difference between them. While Remy's posting emotional rants, Claressa and Papoose are building something that could change how athletes transition into entertainment. We're talking about groundbreaking deals that combine sports, music, and media in ways nobody's seen before. The impact on their respective legacies is becoming clear. While one's potentially damaging her business reputation with personal drama, the other's showing exactly why champions stay champions. It's all about how you conduct yourself under pressure. Even their inner circles are noticing the difference. Those who knew Remy and Papoose as a couple are saying he's not just moved on, he's moved up. When your ex's new relationship is being praised as a blueprint for success, that's gotta hurt. As this situation continues to unfold, one thing's becoming crystal clear. Sometimes the person calling someone else a rebound is actually the one who bounced themselves out of a good situation. While Remy's stuck in her feelings, Claressa and Papoose are creating a legacy that'll last long after the social media drama fades.